This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shasheena Rolle. As always, it's so great to have you with us. Topping the news, it's been an eventful week for web shop owners and operators in the country. Today, the web shop gaming issue took on a new twist. After a landslide no vote on Monday, shops were ordered to shut down or face prosecution. That stance was reinforced by Prime Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie during a communication in Parliament today. Well, a few hours later, there was an about turn as the courts ordered that the web shop stay open. This coming after attorney Wayne Munro secured a temporary injunction from the Supreme Court blocking the police and the government from shutting down the web shops until the court dispute is settled. Now, according to attorney Munro, after granting the injunction, Senior Justice John Isaacs transferred the matter to Chief Justice Sir Michael Barnett. At that time, Munro, who contends that web gaming is legal, will argue his case. Meantime, a date has not yet been set for that hearing before the Chief Justice. Well, the court ruling in favor of web shop operators comes hours after many had already closed their doors unwillingly to risk arrest. In this report, Megan Shepherd talks with a local attorney about the process that has affected those celebrating a big win.
It is another twist in the controversial issue of whether or not the operations of web shops in the Bahamas are legal or not. After an injunction was issued early Wednesday morning, some citizens were rejoicing. But what exactly does an injunction mean for web shops? According to attorney Rolle Maynard, an injunction is an order of the court maintaining the status quo in any action.
That is to say, as things are presently, they are to continue in that state, usually to preserve the property which is the subject matter of the litigation, or to present any prejudice in the final outcome. It's interlocutory, which means that it is temporary, conservative or conservatory, in that it is a savings provision.
An injunction is not a deciding order. Maynard says that following the end of the injunction, both parties involved will meet in court to argue whether or not the operations of web shops are illegal or not.
The court generally will set a date when the parties are to come back. Injunctions are often given ex parte. That means only one party is before the court. And so a return date, which may be like 14 days, the parties are then given a date to come back and argue their case. It doesn't decide any issue.
A court date has not yet been set for the matter.
It'll go as far as a decision. I haven't seen what they're arguing. The report is that it is being argued that the web cafes are legal. If that's the issue, then the court will decide whether or not it is. And that'll be the end of the matter, unless there's an appeal.
The matter was transferred from Senior Justice John Isaacs to Chief Justice Sir Michael Barnett. Maynard says he believes this was simply due to a full calendar and no other specific reason. Megan Shepherd, ZNS Network News.
Now, the new turn of events is disappointing news for members of the Christian community who voted overwhelmingly for the closure of web shops. But the Save Our Bahamas team says despite the changes, God still remains front and center of their game plan. Well, in the midst of the web shop gaming debacle, there is a call for unity tonight. Sabrina Brown has that story.
Human rights activist Joe Darville supported the Vote Yes campaign. While he believes the Christian church fought a powerful fight which led to a victory at the polls for the Vote No campaign, he says his position on the issue of web shop gaming hasn't changed.
It's not a matter of gambling being illegal. It's a matter of the regularization and the legalization in terms of what the government will receive as a result of the activities in gambling.
Darville says his main concern is the many jobs that are at stake.
If you say that maybe 1,500, maybe not 4,000 has been touted, employed in the gaming houses, the web shops, by extension that's thousands more who are dependent upon those particular individuals to bring home an income.
Businessman Peter Adderley believes Bahamians should not allow this gambling issue to divide the country.
We need to realize that we're one Bahamas. We're going to have different views. The church will be forceful in its attempt to keep these facilities down. These owners have the democratic right to take the legal road and try to have their businesses regularized and remain open. But this is the 40th anniversary of independence, and these are exciting times for the Bahamas. We're a blessed nation. We've come a long way, and I hope that can be the focus.
Adderley and Darville are disappointed that the web shop gaming issue has turned into a saint versus sinner debate.
It should be noted that all of the prolific persons in this gaming industry, who some have tried to demonize, are connected, deeply rooted, or in some way worshippers in the various churches that make attempts to demonize them. And I hope that we will continue to link our experiences and our creative energies in this country to progress and build a better Bahamas.
One of the things that we must be careful about is that we do not demonize people who do not hold to the same belief as others do. And this has been the case, I think, too widespread, in that even now individuals, I've spoken to a couple of individuals who begin to even doubt their own religious or their spiritual well-being because of what has been told to them.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues right after this.